Hi Flosstube, I'm Tamara, the PD Stitcher, and this is my channel about cross stitch. Today is Saturday, July 18th, and this is Flosstube number 13. If you are new here, I want to say welcome. I hope that you see something that you like and that you'll want to stick around and hit subscribe and keep coming back each week, every other week, as often as I end up doing a video. I'd gotten pretty good about every week. Had to skip last week. I'll talk about that in a little bit. If you are a returning subscriber, friend, welcome back. I appreciate you more than you know. I don't really have stitchy friends here where I live, so my stitchy friendships have to be virtual, and that's why I love Flosstube. I love watching other people's Flosstubes so that I can get to know them, and I love interacting with you all in the comments. So thank you. So last week I didn't film a video. We had a track meet, which was surprising because there's not been any track meets since March. But one of the track clubs about 2.5 hours away from here put on a meet and had several different parameters for the meet so that they could do it safely. So we went, my two youngest girls and I went down there, and they only threw javelin. They didn't want to do any of the running events. First of all, it's July in South Carolina. It's hot. H-A-W-T, hot. It is hot. Running in that weather would not have been a lot of fun. To keep the numbers down, they had said the younger kids, 12 and under, would do all of their events in the morning. 13 and above would do their events in the afternoon, which meant they would have had to do all their running events after 12. It would have been hot. It was hot. It was hot when we were there for them to throw javelin, but that's not quite as, it's physically strenuous. It's just not like running in the heat. So we went, and they did really well. The javelin area is a separate area from the track. So the track is enclosed in a fence here, and the javelin area is over here on a football field that's kind of off to the side, outside of the main track enclosure. So we were able to go and kind of sit off by ourselves and not have to be around other people. We did have our masks on when we were near the main part of the track where there were a lot more people, but over where we were sitting, it was just us until they went to go throw, so we could take our masks off, which was nice because in this heat, I'm all for masks right now. I think, if I can keep other people from getting sick because I'm wearing a mask, great, but it's hot. And so it was nice to be able to take off my mask and watch my girls throw. They both got PRs, which in the track world is a personal record, which means it's the best that they had ever thrown. The older one had a goal for the season. She hit her goal. My younger one, it was her first time throwing the larger jav, so anything she threw was going to be a personal record because it was her first time. So, but it was a good weekend. I did get to do some stitchy related things while we were down in that area, so I'll talk about that when we get to haul. So finishes. I have no finishes, so I'm not going to be sharing those today since I have none. I do have some whips. I have some plans. I have some haul, which I'm very excited about. And let's get started. So whips, what have I been working on? So every day for the month of July, I've been working on January from the Cricut collection. So I try to get in at least 100 stitches. Usually it's about 130 to 150. Once I hit 100, I just keep going until I finish off that thread. So usually I get about 100, 150. If I'm using it for a prompt in Magical Stitches, it'll be closer to the 150 so that I can, if it's a 200 stitch prompt, I can get it done and start on the next one within 2 days. Last week, not this past week, but the week before, it was 1,000 stitches during the week, so I tried to do about 150 or maybe 175 each day so that I could knock out the 1,000 stitches. So I forgot my board again, but that's okay. This is only take number 4. You'd have thought I'd have gotten the board. Yeah, I'm not starting again. I'll just use this. So this is where I am. When I started this month, I only had the angel on the J, and now I'm already to the N. I will probably not be finishing this month, but that's okay because this will come back around in January. I'll work on it more then, or December, or I don't know. It's early. My brain's not working. So I'm working on that every day. And I might be able to get through the U by the end of this month. I've done the A and the N. Maybe the U in the next day. We'll see. So that's that. So every day in July, I've been working on Christmas in July. And I've been doing Brooks Books Advent Animals. So there's 25 of those. So every day, Monday through Friday, Sunday through Friday, I've been doing a new one of those, except for one day. I didn't stitch that day. Well, I stitched on January, but I didn't have time to pick up an Advent animal. So that leaves me 6 days, 5 since I skipped one day of the Advent animals, to do something else during July. So on Saturdays, I put all my Christmas whips into my Tiny Decisions app. Yeah, it hates me. I should have picked non-repeating, because for 2 Saturdays in a row, it picked the Chalkboard Christmas Greetings Santa. So this one. So I worked on this one the last 2 Saturdays, which is fine because it's gotten some work on it. Last Saturday I didn't get a lot of progress because, like I said, we were at a track meet and I was sitting out there in between the 2 girls throwing one through at 3 and the other through at 5. So I had some time in between when they weren't throwing. I was going to stitch. Then it started raining. So I had to throw everything back in my bag and get in the car. And I didn't feel like pulling it back out once I threw it in my bag. I just sat and watched it rain. Looked at stuff on Facebook and Instagram. So this is how far I've gotten. I have to do his belt. This last little line in his jacket, his legs, and the ribbon string, drawstring of the bag. And this will be done. So this was not what was spun today, thankfully, because I want to work on some of my other Christmas whips on Saturdays, not just that one. But it will be nice to get at least one of them finished. So, but I'll show you one of the other ones that's on one of the other Chalkboard Christmas Greetings was spun for today. But that's by Tiny Modernist. I am so bad about this. So that is on 32 count Chalkboard black. January, refresh you. January is on 32 count Vesper from Picture This Plus. You'd think I have notes. They're right down here. And I still forget to tell you. That's okay. So like I said, I'm working on Brooks Books Advent Animals every day. So since the last time I seen you, I've worked on 4 through 12, through 13. It's been a while. So I have several of these little fun little creatures to show you. So the first one is Duncan Dog. And I love the little Scotty dog. He's so cute. And I am not going to do the numbers because I'm going to do these all as individual ornaments and just do them as ornaments, not an advent calendar. So for like this one, the number, it's just there. So I'm probably going to add a snowflake. I'll just probably rechart one of these snowflakes and put another one up there. There's a couple of them where the number is a part of the actual image, and I'll talk about those when I get to those. So I have 2 different fabrics that I'm doing these on because the first one I bought wasn't big enough for all 25. Because, to quote Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching, cause math. Apparently I'm not so good at that. I'm not good at the measuring and the estimating. So, I do not have enough room on, this is 32 count sterling from Picture This Plus. I don't know if you've noticed a pattern here other than the chalkboard black. Most of mine are Picture This Plus because I love their fabrics. I love other fabrics, but I really love the Picture This Plus fabrics. So this is Duncan Dog. And I had to draw out my lines so I know where the edges are so that I can fit as many as I can on here. But all 25 won't fit. 20 will fit. So once I figured out that 25 would not fit on this fabric, I had to buy a second. Well, because of shipping and fabrics and all that stuff, they didn't have sterling where I could order it from anywhere. So I had to buy a different color. So some of them are on a different color. So that was number 4. Number 5 is Heidi Hedgehog, and I am in love with her in her little teapot. And I love the little teacup on top of her head. Of course, I didn't get that for her. This was one of those days that I got very, very little stitching done on an advent animal. So that's as far as I got on Little Miss Hattie. She didn't get much in there at all. So since what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 days in a row on the sterling, and then the third animal is on Nessie, 32 count Nessie, which is the next one I'll show you. So this is Cashmere Camel, and as you can see, the number is in the image. So I'm just gonna do the whole sweater, his whole sweater green, and not add anything in there. So I like the Nessie. It's not, obviously it's not exact with sterling because they're 2 different colors, but it coordinates. So I got a good bit of her face and some of her the start of her little sweater over there because I wanted to finish off that color, that thread. So that's Cashmere Camel. And then, sorry, I'm making sure I don't show y'all the page that has the chart, but I show you the other page. Pierre Penguin. I'm going to turn this 7. Instead of being a 7, it'll just be a flat and then a straight for the table that he's leaning on. So that's Pierre Penguin. And he is on. I did get a good bit done to him. He's actually looking like a penguin. So he's very cute. Ignore my thread. That's from the one I was working on last night. And I didn't finish off that thread, so I'll be finishing that off this morning before I start stitching on today's stuff. I was tired. It's been a long week, and I just wanted to go to bed last night. So. Right. Number 8 is Pearly Pig with her little, I'm guessing that's a poinsettia. I don't know. If you know, if that's a poinsettia, please tell me. I think it is because these are Christmas, and a poinsettia is Christmas, but it looks like a poinsettia. Maybe, I don't know. So that's Pearly Pig. Let me see if I can find her. I didn't get a lot done on her either, and she kind of is getting lost in the light. There she is. So she's a little creepy because it's just like the outline of her eyes. I really need to fill those in. She looks a little creepy. It looks more Halloween spooky-ish than Christmas. Number 9 is Kenny Kangaroo. I love his little Hawaiian shirt and bottle of sunscreen in his stocking. So he didn't get very much. That's him. The start of his shirt, a little bit of his neck. He didn't get much love. I work on January in the mornings, and then in the evenings I work on my advent animals. I think that might be backwards. I need to switch that. By the time I get to stitching in the evenings, I'm tired. My job has been very busy. I'm the administrator for the soccer club, for the youth soccer club here where I live, and so I'm responsible for getting registrations done, and right now is the time where we were registering. The teams have to be formed and sent into the state to compete by this Friday, and so that's my job. My job is to make sure that players are registered and we have everything we need for them on file, birth certificates. They have to have a picture on file so that it goes on their player card. We have to get their payments so that we can pay the state for their entrance fees. So I've been busy. So number 10 is Sheila Sheep, knitting away on maybe another hat. I like her little knitted hat. So she is, make sure I hold them up right. When I don't get very much done on them, it's hard to tell which way's up. I did get her hat and the start of her face. For these, because I'm trying to make sure that they're in the middle of the little section that they're supposed to be in, I start in the middle and then I work my way to the top and then come back down. Because I'm usually a top left stitcher, starter, and then I work my way down and across. But with these I can't because measurement, as we've already talked about, I'm not that good at the measuring and the estimating. So I'm starting in the middle of where each of those blocks are that I've made. And then I do that color and work it up and then come back down with the other colors. So some of these, it looks like chaos. Fitzwilliam Frog, I love him and his little singing self. I don't know, you can't. My printer, y'all, the color ink. This poor little, I think he looks pitiful because my color ink. But there are some white little music notes there. So he is singing. You can't see it on that color because, you know, my printer. It's lovely. Him, I did get a good bit on. It just depends on the night, I guess. I love that little mustache. So, again, with the outlines around the eyes and not actually doing the eyes, I'm going to have eyeless animals for a while till I get back to some of these. And then Sophie Squirrel with her little red and green acorn. She's adorable. And her antlers. So I got a good bit done on her. I was really feeling it the other night when I did that one. And then last night, I started calling Cardinal. And cardinals are my absolute favorite animal because they make me think of my mom. So I was excited to start on him. But like I said, I didn't finish the thread that I was working on last night. So you'll see this brown thread. I'll be finishing that up. Finishing off that thread today and then moving on. So that's as far as I got. I got the black part of him, his face, some of the red, and then starting on the brown of the house. So that's my advent animals. That's a lot. This is why I need to record every week, because that's a lot. Okay, so what are my plans? I'm going to keep working on January and do at least 100 stitches every day on that. Like I said, I'd like to get 2 more letters done. We'll see. I'm going to keep working on my advent animals. Maybe I'll finish them all. I'm struggling right now. I've gotten to midway through July And I love the idea of Christmas in July, doing something, a new little advent animal every day. I loved the idea in June. It sounded good. But right now I'm kind of getting tired of starting. So I'm hoping that I can finish out this. And then when I get to August, I'm only starting one thing in August. And that's not till the end. So I'll get back to just working on whips and maybe knocking out more of these advent animals, because they shouldn't be, maybe 3 or 4 days to finish after this. Some of them you saw, I got a lot done. So maybe 2 days, 2 more days. Some of them, you know, my poor little Heidi Hedgehog, she might take 5 if I stitch on her like I did that first day. Very little. So work on the advent animals. And then today I spun this morning, and what I spun was Chalkboard Christmas Greetings, Merry and Bright, with the train. And I'll show you where I am on that. And I love how these colors are popping on this black. Oh, there we go. Back here you can see the colors popping. When I get closer, the light kind of washes it out. Look at those, how bright all of those are on this black. It's beautiful. But so I need to do the rest of the engine. I almost called it a caboose. Ooh, vocabulary. Words are hard. And then do the words at the top and the top border. And then this will be done. That one I'll get done today. That one I'll get done today. I need to clean my house. So I'll do some stitching. I'll do a lot of cleaning. Or some cleaning, a good bit of cleaning. Yeah. One of the things is with a big family, the house gets messy real fast. So the last plan. I told you I'm only doing 1 start in August. And this kind of goes in with my haul as well. So last weekend, the track meet was down in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, which is about 30 minutes past Summerville, South Carolina. And if you are familiar with fire poppies, most people are, because they're an awesome, awesome needle workshop. They are located in Summerville. So I had to pass it. Well, I had to pass the exit for it on my way to Mount Pleasant. Well, why wouldn't I stop in? Why would I not stop in? So I did. And I had a plan. Because for my birthday start, my birthday is August 25th, and so for my start, I'm going to be doing ink circles. Word, Rosetta. Couldn't think of the name. It's right down here, y'all. But I'm doing ink circles Rosetta. I saw this on Annie, Joyfield Stitcher. She's been working on this, and she's doing a different color for everyone, and I kind of stole her idea. Thank you, Annie, for letting me steal your idea. I'm not doing it exactly like her though, so I will make it my own. But I'm going to do the outline, all the outer areas one color, and then I've chosen 4 colors for the inner medallions, and I'm going to do, you know, I'm not going to do like the same color all the way down. So whatever this one is, it'll go here and then here and like that, if that makes sense. So I had to buy the fabric and floss for that. So that's what I did at Fire Poppies. And Susan was so helpful. I love her. She's so nice. So I got Dusty Road by Seraphim. This is not, goodness. Let's see if I do this, if you can see the color. It is right there. That's probably as good as it's gonna get. So that's what I got for my fabric. And then flosses. So I decided the outside I'm going to do in Weeks Dye Works Coal. So all the outer edges will be in coal. And then, I don't know what, I thought I prepped all of this. And then one of the medallion colors is going to be Gentle Arts Peacock. And then Weeks Dye Works Love. Weeks Dye Works Cactus. And Weeks Dye Works Concord. So I'm gonna see. I'm not good at this. I need to take some lessons from some people who are really good at holding up the flosses, because this apparently is harder than it should be. Let's see if I can get these all to hold up correctly. So that's going to be my color palette. There we go. The peacock's kind of hiding back there. But my girls went in with me and they helped me pick colors. So I love the variegation in some of these. I don't know if the camera will pick it up because apparently, you know, lighting. But Concord, it's got some variegation in that, and the peacock. Love. This was, I knew I wanted peacock. I didn't know what other colors I wanted to go with it, but the girls helped me pick out. And I think these will all go swimmingly together. So I'm excited. So that's my birthday start at the end of August. I'm not starting anything else next month because I'm started out. I've done enough starting. So that's my haul. And if you're not in South Carolina and you can't get to Fire Puppies, I still encourage you, order from them. Their turnaround time is amazing. I've ordered and 2 days later I have not ordered. They get it out quickly. It's wonderful. So that's everything. So we're going to end with the quote. This week is Zig Ziglar, and he said, "What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals." So I encourage you to work towards your goals so that you can become that new person. Y'all stay happy, stay healthy, keep stitching. Bye.